Okay, I invite all children sit and look at the computer screen and have your hands ready on keyboard. So when I ask you questions, reply, okay, answer. Instead of saying directly to me, you can type. And after mass, I'll check. Make sure you put your name there. Okay? Deal? Okay. So, and today, the homily today is very, very special. I tell you again, if you miss it, you miss it. Okay? And today, the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene comes to the tomb. And what does she see? She sees the stone that covered the grave is opened and move away. And when she sees the tomb opened, she jumps with joy and starts to sing, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Yes or no? Yes or no? Type it. Yes or no? How many people say yes? And how many say no? No. If you and I see an empty tomb, we will sing Hallelujah. And Mr. Purcell will accord us with good organ. But at that moment, no. Mary Magdalene was full of fear and disappointed. Why? Because in the morning, she comes with perfume to anoint the dead body. The dead, remember, the dead body of Jesus. And then when she comes, what does she expect to see? Answer. What does she expect to see? She expects to see the dead body of Jesus Christ in the tomb. But when she comes in, she does not see it. And that's why she is disappointed. And she comes with her true love. She loves Jesus so much. She loves her so much. But she only loves the dead body of Jesus. So she comes with the jar of perfume. And she does not see the dead body. And then she's puzzled. She's puzzled and she looks at the jar of perfume and she said, what should I do with this? Leave it here? No, it is expensive. Bring home? No, it's for the dead. Oh, sell it on Craigslist? No. So what should I do? She doesn't understand and she doesn't know what to do because she is confusing. And then she says, oh, I have to ask. So, children, many times in our life, when we come to Jesus, we have our own agenda. We have our own agenda. But Jesus has a new agenda for us, a good one for us. But we don't want to put it down. We want to keep it, we want to hold on. We want to keep our agenda. So, Mary Magdalene does not know what to do with it, and she needs help. She needs help. And then she runs.
She runs, and that's where Peter and the other disciple enter into the story. And so I have some things that I wondered if you could help me make sense of as well. See, I think you know what these are. These are a nice pair of sandals. Now, we know that we wear sandals not on our heads, not on our hands, but on our feet. Do you remember how feet might play into the story? What do we do with our feet? We walk, we run. Have you ever gotten into a race with someone before? Sometimes you might be the faster one, sometimes they might be. Well, in the case of Peter and the other disciple, Peter was slower. The other disciple beat him to the tomb. But for you children, and actually for all of us, there's a slight message here. You see, even though the other disciple was faster, he pauses and waits until Peter, the elder, arrives, and he lets him go into the tomb first. You can see that there's a bit of a symbolism here. Maybe, as disciples, we have to respect our elders, our parents, our teachers, those in authority, and sometimes often give them the pride of place. And you see, I have another thing. I was wondering if you know how this connects to the gospel story as well. This is a face cloth. You remember how cloth was mentioned? You see, when Peter goes in, he sees the burial cloths. In that time, there were these people known as grave robbers. They would actually break into tombs and steal things that had been left with the dead person, maybe a sword or a coin. And they would even steal the linens that the body was wrapped in because they were very valuable. And when Peter walks in, what does he see? Does he see the cloths just like this? No, he sees them folded up. Something that a grave robber would never do. And so in that moment, though, when Mary was confused and anxious and worried and she ran, Peter is one step further. You see, for him, he realizes that something has happened. But it's a bit of a puzzle. Because there's a lesson here both for the younger members of our parish community and the older ones too. You see, it's not the oldest who gets it. For Peter, he has the outline. Like when we do a jigsaw puzzle, we find the straight edges and then work our ways in. That's the common strategy. But Peter can't see what's in the middle. He knows that something extraordinary has happened, but for him, it's a puzzle.
What is this? Okay, so you heard about Mary, you heard about Peter. Let's talk about the other disciple who is presenting a trophy today. Actually, the other disciple let me borrow this today so we could talk about it. It comes by way of SSJ school, actually, but this is a trophy that the other disciple got. And let's talk about why he gets the trophy. Now, you just heard that he's a little faster, which means he's probably a little younger, just like some of you. How many of you are fast and can run fast and maybe get prizes for your speed? Is that why the other disciple gets the trophy today? No. And you also heard he's known by another name, the beloved disciple. So it sounds like he's Jesus' favorite. Now, don't tell your brother or sister, but you might be the favorite. Have you asked your parents? Are you the favorite? If you're the only child, then you've got that question answered. But does the other disciple have the trophy today because he's Jesus' favorite? What do you think? It's not because he's fast, not because he's first at the tomb. It's not because he's the favorite. It's because, brothers and sisters, he has faith. He believed. It says in the gospel, he looked and he believed. What does it mean to believe? He believed what Jesus said. Now, we know Jesus said lots of things. He told us that we should love God above all things. We should love our neighbor as ourselves. We should love even our enemies. And so he said those things, but he also said that speaking that way is going to get him in trouble and he's going to be put to death. But that's not the end of the story. He's going to rise in 3 days. The other disciple, the beloved disciple, believed that. He believed that before the others. The others came around. They put the pieces of the puzzle together. Mary did, Peter did, the other disciples did. But the beloved disciple believed immediately. It's good to believe. We're going to talk about beliefs. What does belief do for us today? Because this is what Easter's about. If we believe what Jesus says and we live what he says, even the most difficult things in life are better because of our belief in Jesus. So right now, things are pretty tough. Some of you might not like the way life is right now. And think about, what is the hardest part for you? Do you miss your friends because you're at home, can't be with your friends? Some of you probably miss your teachers. Some of you miss the things you used to do normally, the sports you used to play, because now we're sheltering in place. But children, if we believe, even these difficult things become better. And maybe they become even opportunities to become better, to deepen our faith, and to use our relationship with Jesus to get through these difficult things. That's the power of Easter. Easter proves to us that Jesus was true on what he said. He said he would come back. He said he would rise. And he said, brothers and sisters, he would be with us every moment. We celebrate that today with Easter. And now we're going to test that belief by saying what we believe in, by professing our baptismal promises. Let's go do that now.